Hey, welcome back to Soda Time Restoration. Mark Owen here. We're starting a new series tonight. Starting 2025 will kick off. We've been waiting to do this bicycle probably most of 2024. I've had it in the shop. Just now the first time to really get to look at it. Kind of unique bike, made in St. Louis, late 1930s, 1940s is the nearest thing I can find. Rugby Streamliner. It has a lot of the badging still on the bike. St. Louis here, if we can get it down there. St. Louis Rugby Series. Everything you look at on these, they're distributed in local areas. There wasn't a mass place that was making them worldwide, it looked like, but there was quite a few in the series, and hopefully in the documentation that we can get, we'll show you some of the different models. Kind of the unique one about this particular series, if you look at that gas tank, to me, it looks like an Indian tank, like they were trying to copy the Indian motorcycle. But it had a lot of the cool features that you'd find on the premium bikes. I think probably then if some of the pricing I saw, anywhere from about 30 to 50 bucks in the 1930s and the 40s. That's quite a bit of money. But we're going to start the tear down tonight on this. But this will be the kickoff for 2025. I hope everybody had a great holiday time. We took a little bit of time off, but we'll see how far we get. I think most of the stuff on this bike, it looks like the original. That seat, I mean, you just have to take a look at that seat. I'm hoping to get one. To have this one redone would be just so costly. I am gonna save it. The owner wanted to get this bike just up and running, get it cleaned up, new tires, new rims. We're gonna try to keep everything as close to original as possible. Obviously we'll be replacing that seat, but there is some reproduction stuff out there. Probably won't mirror the quality of what was in the 30s and 40s, but it'll at least kind of duplicate the look of it. But we'll get this tore down and see how far we can, what items we're going to have to replace, get re-chromed. If you look at that original tank, the Rugby Streamline, this had on the other side, the pictures that I found, it looked like it had an attachment piece in there that you could store stuff in here. It's kind of what it looks like. It might have had a little set screw here. I'm going to investigate that a little bit more just to see, but we're going to obviously have to duplicate this. I'm going to take it down to my decal lady and see if she can copy these graphics so it looks just like what we've taken off. But kind of a cool piece, and pretty well, very straight, you know. And if you look at the Indian bikes back then, they had a tank that was kind of flat faced like that, but pretty cool piece. A little bit of dirt. Give you a couple of shots of what we're doing, but a Rugby Streamline. That is the tank on the old bicycle. 1930s, 1940s, made in St. Louis, Missouri. Don't know if you can pull that out or not, but you can see the St. Louis, USA in there. Pretty cool feature. I did a Coke machine for this guy a couple years ago. He had this old bicycle that he had a long time. He says, hey, I just want to get this thing going. So our goal is to take this thing, we're going to powder coat most of it, but we got everything tore down. And if anybody knows a bicycle, which I'm not a bicycle guy, but I'm loving the project, this is called a skip tooth chain drive. So every tooth there's a skip. High dollar chain. If you try to find one of these chains, I've seen them as high as $400, but the chain is in good shape. We're going to soak that thing starting today, but we got everything tore down. But most of this project, give you a little bit of a close-up of what we've got. The tank kind of resembles the old Indian, kind of a flat-sided. It's like they tried to copy the bike of an Indian bike from the 1930s, 40s. Had a little carrying rack on the back. We're going to get that, but we're getting ready to send this to the blaster, get everything cleaned up. The old wheels are in rough shape. Rough. I mean, it's going to take some work, but I'm looking forward to a new project for this season. It's been the kickoff for 2025, but I thought I'd give you just kind of a quick little deal and say thank you for all the group that is supporting us, all the subscribers. But hey, Merry Christmas from the Cohen family. Hope everybody had a good Christmas time and a Happy New Year. But 2025 is going to be very busy. Got a lot of projects, a lot of Coke machines coming up. But thank you for all that you've done, and we'll catch you on the next one.